everybody, hello, we are live. So, we are going to be running a tabletop. We're going to be doing a live play. So, we're going to go around the table, and we're going to be introducing everybody. I'm going to start the intro, and then we will go into who everyone is. We begin our adventure in Seiren, a small farming village in the southwestern corner of the Kingdom of Andel. The annual Harvest Festival, honoring Phyresia, is in full swing. Phyresia, the Andalian goddess of nature. Our story follows four unsuspecting individuals. Iffy, why don't you introduce yourself and then go ahead and introduce your character?
I am Iffy from twitch.tv/IffyMoveVT. I am playing Akaikios, who is a disgraced general from the country of Necropolis.
I'm Swift Crescendo, friendly neighborhood Silver Dragon VTuber over at Twitch TV/Swift Crescendo. I am playing Alessandra, or Ellie, to those who know her well, Ironleaf, a formerly troubled student from Schola Conservatoria.
I am Yoshi. I can be found at twitch.tv/Ophilus, and I am playing Gavan Up Julius Dugan, Imperial Tempest Knight, and Man Adrift in Time.
Well, I'm Van. I do stuff over at Ventura VT. I am Rex, young boy who lives in a forest with his fairy mentor, Autumn.
Almost seemingly out of nowhere, you see soldiers in pale green armor. You see these purplish wolves that look quite unnatural. And you see this green bat-like creature with one glaring eye.
He rams into the wolf to smash it back in the crowd, and then stabs forward with the spear, crackling with lightning.
So you shove this wolf back just as it seems like it's about to get a grip on one of the civilians, as it seems to continue evading your attacks. Yeah, and now the doggo's coming for the jugular. And it's gonna fucking get it with a 16. You are going to take 17 points of darkness damage as it gets a solid bite into your shoulder, even with your armor, and you see this like dark smoke coming from it. Off in the distance, you can kind of see someone else fighting a wolf, though a little bit harder to see her from sheer distance.
Come, strange child, we must get you to glory. I grab him and push him into a ball in my hand, and then land in a fucking pitcher and pitch him.
So you get ready to do that. You cock your arm back with this wolf child in your hand, and you notice smoke come off of this thing, and it just drops to the floor dead. You've thrown the wolf child at the falling hex eye that is clearly dead.
Rex catches this bat with both of his hands around the eyeball, and then he opens his mouth really wide, bites into the eyeball, and then rips the eyeball out of the socket.
With that in mind, you guys have defeated this. The combat outside has lulled. As we step away momentarily, a scene not 2 weeks old. In Kenix, where civil war has raged the last 3 years, there's a younger man with short black hair and old beaten armor and a dull sword in his hand. He kneels surrounded by a field of death. The sound of footsteps on sand heard behind him. Surrender while you can. It'll raise your odds of survival. The young man, clearly distraught, grips the handle of his blade and turns, attacking with a yell as the scene fades to black. Someone walks up to you, as someone does to everybody, and just gets your attention and says, excuse me, Lady Anya wishes to see you. Anya looks at you all, and within seconds, she lets herself take a low bow. I want to thank you all for helping a town so near and dear to my heart. I also have a bit of a request, as selfish of me as it is. This was a clear attack on the Kingdom of Andel, and it was perpetuated by the noble house of Raveth in Kenix. The town of Ithun. I would like to ask you all go there and gather information.
And it's at that moment that a fairy whispers something in Rex's ear, and then Rex gives a thumbs up.
I must report the goings-on to Angarod Ken. Could you provide a messenger to send a message back to my home?
I can set you up with an archivist from Phaedron, the oldest known kingdom. They might have information as to where your kingdom is.
The only payment I ask is that you spread word of good deeds done in my name.
Rex just says food.
Consider it done. I'll make sure
fairies-
that there is a glorious feast.
And the fairy looks and says, maybe some new clothes.
We have a tailor around here somewhere. They could whip up some clothes for you.
It would be a boon without compare were you to send word that I am to be engaged under your banner as a novitiate.
Now, obviously, I wouldn't ask you to start your journey today. I would much rather you rest at the inn. It'll be covered entirely. And before you know it, it is late in the night and time for everyone to turn in. The food is no longer being served. Rex has eaten enough where he's almost that anime character with the distended belly. With that, you will all get your rest as you heal up.
Mistress Ellie, you are a scholar of these lands, yes? What is this Light of Andel?
They are much more in favor of direct confrontation than my own order. But at the heart of it, our goals are one and the same. Peace and serving those gods who call this land their dominion. They do, of course, serve the people through their work.
It is still just before noon, but you all know it's probably better to head on your way sooner than later.
I'm unaccustomed to traveling in groups, and I suspect our pace will be set by the child.
Cut
I
to
am
Rex
ready.
ready to run a 500 meter, just huh?
Very well then. I believe we have our course charted.
With that, a course charted and a goal in mind, you all begin your journey, heading for Ith-Un. The travel through Aidenhall may very well be treacherous, it may be peaceful, but that is something we will discover next session.